Hello, friends. My name is Suraya Keating, and welcome to Emotional Freedom Technique, or EFT, for regulation of anxiety, stress, discomfort, and symptoms of PTSD. In this short wellness video, I will lead you through a calming breath exercise first to get us grounded. And then we'll second talk about EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, what it is, how it works to support stress regulation. And then I'll lead you through a simple emotional freedom technique practice that you can use daily, weekly, or any time you need some support. Let's get started with the straw breath. The straw breath is a breath that emphasizes the exhale through a longer exhale and also by pursing your lips like you're blowing out through a straw. So take a nice deep breath in and purse your lips, blow out. Beautiful. One more time. Nice replenishing inhale and nice long exhale. Very good. Notice how you feel. That pursed lip shape helps to accentuate the exhale, and longer exhales help to soothe and downregulate our nervous system in general. Though, as with everything, see what the impact is on you in this moment. And now I'd love to introduce emotional freedom technique, a very popular and useful approach, better known as tapping, perhaps. Tapping is the simple way people often refer to EFT. EFT was developed by Gary Craig in the early 1990s, but it has much more ancient roots. One of the roots of EFT is Chinese medicine, because behind EFT is the idea that we are energy beings and that we have energy channels that run through our body called meridians, and this comes from Chinese medicine. Furthermore, by tapping on specific points that run along these channels, or acupressure points, we can help regulate difficult emotions, difficult thoughts, memories, and even challenging sensations of discomfort or pain. So I love EFT because it doesn't just try to push away a difficult emotion or push away a difficult thought. Instead, it gives that emotion space to naturally release itself through tapping. So EFT works with this idea that when we tap on these different chi points or energy points, it helps to free the flow of energy, and it helps us get in touch with the resources within ourselves. So that's a little bit about EFT. Let's move on to the practice. EFT has 5 steps. The first step, which I'm going to invite you to do with me, is to identify an issue you want to work on with EFT. Something that is creating a challenge or distress in your life. So take a moment to think of something that's causing you distress right now. I'll pick anxiety. Definitely have some anxiety about different things in my life. What's the issue you're working on? That's step 1. Step 2 is to assess how distressing your issue is on a 0 to 10 scale, with 10 being the worst, 0 being nothing at all. So go ahead and assess for yourself. how distressing is your discomfort or the distressing emotion or thought. For me, my anxiety is probably about a 5 right now. Step 3 is to come up with a setup statement or a simple statement that we are going to use as we tap 9 different energy points. So a setup statement includes acknowledging the difficult emotion or thought or memory or even some sensation of pain or discomfort. And then we also bring in a resource as the second part of the setup statement. So let me give you a few examples. My setup statement for anxiety might be, even with this anxiety, I completely love and accept myself. Okay, that's a setup statement. Or another setup statement might be, even with all this worry, I choose peace. Even with all this worry, I choose peace. So go ahead and choose a setup statement for yourself. That's step 3. And now, after you have your setup statement, we will tap our 9 energy points. And by the way, one thing I love about tapping is it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll lead you through the 9 points, but if you skip one or do it in the wrong order, it's all okay. But let's begin with the karate chop point. We're going to tap on the side of one hand, either hand will do, and say to yourself your setup statement. Mine is, even with this anxiety, I completely love and accept myself. And then we'll do the other hand, saying the same thing. You could say it out loud or say it on the inside. Great. And then we'll go to the inside of the brow. You can use just one hand, a couple fingers, or you could do both. Even with this anxiety, I completely love and accept myself. And now to the temples. Might also simplify the statement, this anxiety. And under the eyes, this anxiety. Under the nose, this anxiety. And under the lower lip, this anxiety. And now to the collarbone area, just below the collarbones. Even with this anxiety, I completely love and accept myself. Under one armpit, even with this anxiety, I completely love and accept myself. Other armpit, same thing. And then we'll finish tapping gently on the crown of the head, one or both hands. Even with this anxiety, I completely love and accept myself. And then let your hands gently melt. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Notice what you feel. So that tapping practice was step 4. Step 5 is now to reassess how intense your distress is. On a 0 to 10 scale, mine's now at about a 2. What is yours at? And if you wish, you can now repeat the whole process. Thank you so much for joining me, friends. Be well.